And how is it going, everyone? I have no clue if this is working fine or not. I mean, according to this, it might be. Well, I see myself on YouTube, so I guess that it is working fine. All right. Well, nice. Well, nice to be back on YouTube, but pretty pretty weird, honestly. The whole overlay and stuff. Yeah, I know there is no sound, now there is sound. But yeah, pretty cool. So, well, I just gonna test it with this game. It's a game that I play often, so I just wanted to see if it went well. Apparently the 10,000 bitrate also works well, so that's good to know. But yeah, we can just play a couple of things to test it out, to see if it doesn't just break by doing, you know, some random disconnection or something like that. I hope it's fine. I mean, according to the control panel, it says excellent connection. So I believe in the control panel. Probably. It should be fine. What should I start with? No, I know exactly what to start with. It's a regular song. Kimi no Taiyon. Maybe I shouldn't have picked such a long song. Hey, how is it going, Kaela and Wasabi? One way to test for the stream suspended thing will be to play the most copyrighted songs first. You know that I checked in previous streams that I had that I played Project Diva, and there wasn't a single song that blocked the stream. There were copyright claims, of course, like saying that, hey, you cannot monetize the video, but there wasn't a single one that say this video is blocked. Well, I think there was one, but I think it was only in Belarus. But it's a good test, common world domination. I'm gonna try. Well, if the stream suddenly gets cut, you know what happened. This one. Well, Twitch removes audio more and YouTube just gives you a claim. Yeah, that tends to be the case. Back then YouTube was worse for copyright. I lost a bunch of video guys and clips thanks to that. The KL lost media. I remember back then a lot of people complain about YouTube just throwing copyright strikes like they were nothing, which is different from a copyright claim. A copyright strike is basically like a permanent mark on your channel that if you get enough you can get your channel completely removed. Well, they are not literally permanent, like you can remove them at some point, but they are nothing compared to a copyright claim that is simply the YouTube telling you, hey, your video is alright, but you cannot monetize this. Which is fine, I don't monetize any video, so I don't care, but the anime episodes in 3 parts at 240p, it's a classic. But yeah, the thing is that, well, the stream didn't die, right? Like, it's still on. Because if the stream is still on after this super copyrighted song, actually there is another one. Like, I could try, what if it was Ghost Rule? Well, there's also Black Rock Shooter, or people make a living off of YouTube now, which is why people are complaining about it so often. I mean, it kind of sucks when you get a copyright claim that is not true, which has happened a couple times to me, that the song that gets claimed is not the actual song, but if it is the actual song, even though I don't like it because I don't like copyright laws or anything like that, I feel like at least it's more fair, you know, in the sense that you wanna monetize your shit, sure, but don't use my song unless you have my permission, right? I remember Acute being outright blocked at one point. Acute? Well, Acute cannot be blocked because I have a full combo and it doesn't say that it's blocked. I don't think that's a good thing to try, guys. Like, I know for a fact it's not locked because of that full combo. But as I say, I could try. Well, I don't know if... Hold on. This one. Yeah, the Rio songs. Love is War, for example, is a Rio song, right? I think. Yeah. So this song will normally be ultra copyrighted. Let's see if that's the case. We could try. All Rio songs and lists on Twitch are ultra copyrighted. Like, they get your VOD muted, basically. Well, that part of the VOD, obviously. Awkward video where Miku sings to an empty crowd. Pretty funny. Well, is the stream still alive? I hope it is. But yeah, like, if the stream survive Arifureta and this thing, it should survive anything. Because I'm pretty sure that anything by Rio. Well, actually, wait, what is Arifureta? This one is by, oh, Pinocho P. He also had another one, like, how is that song called? The one, Karakuri Piero, right? That's an 8.5, I think. No, 8? Where is it? There it is. Okay, so for example, this one... Wait, this is not by Pinocho P, it's by... okay, never mind. It's by 40MP. My bad. So what other song by Pinocho P is in this game? Or maybe I made that up and that's the only song? No, I'm pretty sure he has more. I mean, doesn't have as much as Oster Project. Oh, this one. This one. It's a stoner ass song. Nice to meet you, Mr. Erling. It's Pinocchio, not Pinocho. Same shit. It's based on the same concept. Look, if the stream is still alive, it means that we passed through all the copyright checks, pretty much. you know? If the stream still doesn't say stream suspended, we should be fine. I think that's probably something that will happen if I stream something like Osu. Osu is, well, as expected, since you have songs by anyone, it's way worse when it comes to copyright. But Project Diva, I think it's more relaxed in that regard, I think. Well, so far it is, and those are the most landmine songs when it comes to copyright, so I think we should be fine. It's a little bit loud to me. So that's also a little bit too quiet. Problem is, I hate that Windows can only let you increase the volume by 2 at a time. Like, dude, I want 5, not 4 or 6, I want 5. Like, why can't you have a macro that is, you know, increase or decrease by 1? Why does it have to be by 2? That's something that's been the case in Windows for a very long time. It's a little bit annoying, but it's fine. What can I play? Nah. Well, I could play Electric Angel, I guess. Why not? I still... Electric Angel is written in hiragana for some reason. Insane? Or is there like a sound in this song that only comes on the left ear? Maybe I'm going insane. It's a possibility, but I feel like there was on the chorus like a sound effect that only came on this ear. It's not like I was deaf on the other one. I meant that only one sound effect during the chorus felt like it was only on my left ear. It's fine. I'm probably crazy. Hey, don't worry about it. It's normal at this point. But no, I swear I only heard it on my left ear. Probably. Hopefully. Unless, hold up. When I changed the volume, did I accidentally mess that up? No, I shouldn't have. This is no, it should be fine. Well, maybe I am going insane. Not like I was saying at some point anyway. Hey, don't worry. Like in some songs I don't... I don't know, maybe I am going insane after all. It's fine, don't worry. Hey Draynor, how is it going? Or well, should I say daily dose of Gabi OG then? Can't believe that you logged into that account simply... it's okay. It's fine. But you know that here... Well, I don't know how shorts work, but technically if someone streams on YouTube I mean, the same way that Twitch has clips, YouTube has shorts. So I think that you can kinda do that. I didn't log into it, it was still login because I don't use my main account. Oh, I see. Damn. But it's okay, I still know it's you. Unless it's Yami that's just hacking to your account, it could be. I wonder how many messages are gonna get blocked, because I think so far no message has been blocked. So no one needed to bring out the gardening here to circumvent the censorship. So I think we're fine for now. For now, all the messages have been treated equally. But yeah, it's next time Yami open his mouth, he's probably gonna get insta-blocked. This is a shared account with the entire team. Damn. The whole team of one person. That's pretty cool. Basically you and all of your personalities. That's cool. Actually, that's a pretty interesting concept, right? Like someone that has multiple personalities uses multiple accounts for each personality. I mean, at least that's an interesting way to deal with it. Because otherwise, it could be, you know, a little bit uncomfortable, right? That's a good idea, I feel. Like, if you have that like multiple personality disorder, you could use multiple accounts. So at least on the internet, you don't have anyone, you know, shaming you for it. I don't know how you treat those conditions though, like psychologically. If it's even something that can be treated, I have no clue, but it's fine. Will be cool if I uploaded something tomorrow. I mean, to avoid, having to endure the pain of editing and all of that, what you could do, well, I don't know how it works, so you will have to investigate, but you could clip something and upload that clip to the channel. Well, I don't know if you can do that actually. But, you don't need to download the entirety of the video and, cut something and then add the subtitles manually. Actually, isn't there... I would expect that at this point in time, what you are doing, like with manually editing the video with subtitles, isn't there an AI way of doing that? I'll look into it, but I'm also especially looking at some older clips to maybe upload and catch up a bit. Okay. Hey, keep in mind that it's gonna be alright, don't worry about it. I know that it's a pain in the ass to edit that sort of stuff, so don't burn out yourself. Don't burn yourself out. But hey, thanks for the interest. From what I seen, the AI subtitles are never 100% right, so you will need to check them yourself. Yeah, but I'm not talking about... Like, the most important thing about automatically doing subtitles is making sure that, like, the whole format is there. Like, you have the graphic being drawn and you have the timing. And if there is a mistake, you manually fix it. But, like, at least the hard part, which is timing subtitles and, putting the graphic out there, will be nice if an AI could do that. The main issue is the timings and stuff. Yeah, that's what I mean. So if there is a way to do the timing with with AI, it will be nice. But I don't know how AI works when it comes to timing of subtitles, so I don't know. But yeah, the timing, if you can solve the timing, I think the rest of the work is not that big of an issue. So yeah, I'll look into. Well, you say that you will look into it, but yeah, no, actually, that look into it is about the clip thingy on YouTube. Well, you should also look into AI subtitle timing. That's a very specific thing, but I mean, I feel like for people that want to like watch like content that is not in their language and they want like a quick translation, I will assume that there are programs that like hear what is said and time what is being said to the video. Maybe not, I don't know, it's not like I investigated it, like maybe I'm just making it up, but I feel like there is a non-zero chance that something like that exists. And then once the timings are right, you should correct the obvious mistakes of what, you know, of them detecting what I'm actually saying. There was a tool for the editor I was using, but it wasn't that good. Okay, well, usually though, that sort of stuff comes with plugins. So if your editor allows plugins, you could look into plugins, see if they have something like that. Other than that, another tool I once found was paid and couldn't be bothered at the time. Yeah, I mean, anything that's paid is an instant no. Like anything that I look at and says that it needs like a payment, like nah. No thanks. I want my stuff free. also, another thing that I haven't asked is, I mean, I'm assuming it does, but does the stream look good? No, that's not the question. Does the stream look better than it does on Twitch? Does it look the same, or does it manage to somehow look worse? Because, you know, that's something that I'm also very curious when it comes to like this change. Because as I said, I'm streaming at 10,000 bitrate, which is something that is almost... Well, no. It's 4,000 more than I usually do. But YouTube already compresses the video a little bit, so it's not like it's necessarily gonna be better than Twitch. It might be equal, I don't know if better, but it shouldn't be worse, as if it would be if I did only 6,000. So yeah, let me know that, how the actual video looks. Well, it might be possible that YouTube also doesn't select the highest resolution by default, so... I mean, it depends, especially if you're using it on the second monitor, it's gonna default to 720 or 480. Because I know, because it happens to me when I watch someone live streaming on YouTube. So, yeah, let me know. I mean, I'm obviously gonna check later myself as well. You know, I tend to be very... What's the word? Very perfectionist with that sort of stuff. But as far as it's technically possible, I mean... We can do this. That ending is so evil. I always forget that ending exists in this song, but I was like, when I saw the multi-notes, I'm like, okay, focus well, because you might have trouble like hitting it. But no, I cannot execute those multi-notes like that. I mean, it's not the problem that they are multi-notes, it's rather the choice of multi-notes that is a problem. Like a very messed up choice of multi-notes. Also, wait, there's something I just realized about OBS. They no longer have a square that tells you the... I don't know when they... Like, now, like, when you're streaming, you don't have a square that tells you how the state of the transmission is. But I don't know when they remove that, but... That's weird. Alright, sure. I mean, I think that it's supposed to be the bars next to the bitrate. No, it's not only a Twitch thing, but I think that they removed it quite a while ago, because now that I think about it, I don't think I remember seeing it lately. So I think that now, next to the bitrate, they have like a connection bar, or rather they have 4 bars, and I think that if the bar goes down, it's kind of like the equivalent of the square going orange or something. I think. Maybe not, maybe I'm just making that up, but at least it still tells you the frame drops. Like, it tells you the... Well, so far 0 frame drops, and hopefully it stays that way, but... yeah, that's how you know if the stream is... Like the connection of the stream is not going well. But that's also... Like, when I say that I want to test this, it's mostly testing how the connection works, especially using 10,000 bitrate. And so far it's going well, but I want to test it for like a couple days before I do anything. Like with a new full playthrough or anything like that. Okay, a lot of things can go wrong, and I wouldn't want that. That's a problem. But yeah, don't worry about it. For now, it's going well. For now. Okay. Cannot let my guard down. also another thing that I've been thinking, since it seems that you are gonna remove the wasabi from your name, is it okay for me to still call you Wasabi? Like, I feel here that we have another Draenor situation. Like, I stopped calling him Mage, and now I only call him Draenor. But what about you? I mean, I don't mind either way. It's not like I cannot get used to it, especially I got used with Draenor, you know? But yeah, let me know what you think. Because by default, I always use the first name that I know someone for. The same reason that I call Riemann that way, even though now he's called Silver Star in anywhere he appears. So yeah, let me know if I need to instead start calling you Fruitless. I mean, it has less syllables, right? So it technically should be easier to say it. I don't know how syllables work in English, but it sounds shorter. Still a hard map for me, no matter how many times I play this. It's a matter of speed. As I say, I think that I might be getting worse when it comes to stamina, but I'm getting better when it comes to finger movement. Stamina is a problem. Stamina is not something that comes very naturally. I guess Hibana is another one of those songs that is ultra copyrighted, isn't it? I think at that point the copyright test is passed, but just in case, you know. It's just an excuse to play this song, of course. That's what song used that melody. It was on the tip of my tongue forever by this point. Well, it's a pretty popular song, Hibana. Well, I mean, anything made by Deco is popular usually. I mean, wasn't Deco the one that made a rabbit hole? So yeah, anything that Deco makes tends to become ultra popular, you know? So yeah. So the cowards didn't put rabbit hole in this game. Well, that's because it was made right, like, way after they, you know, kept doing updates for the game, so not much they can do. Well, they could, but they won't. Also, I wanted to check something. Oh, it actually is pretty cool. On Discord, it actually shows that I'm streaming because it still remembers the link between Discord and YouTube. That's pretty funny. Pretty cool. He also made Coward Mont Blanc. Well, I don't know that song, but I do know that it's not in this game. But yeah, Deco is one of the OGs. He made a lot of shit. Like, he's one of those that just keeps going. It's pretty cool. Pretty nice when someone is doing something for quite a long time and doesn't just stop suddenly. Like, it's cool to see that. But especially with something like Vocaloid that requires a skill to pull off, you know. I could play this. But yeah, it's a cool thing. I was out to say, speaking of Discord, some other day, I don't know exactly if it was like 3 days ago or whatever, I realized that someone was missing on the list of users. So essentially someone left the Discord, and normally I don't mind, it's just that this time I don't even know who. Like, I legitimately don't remember who's missing. Like, a lot of times I'm like, oh, okay, this guy left, sure, it makes sense, because, you know, we haven't seen him in a long time. But this time I legitimately don't remember who left. Like, I look at the list of... No, it wasn't actually installed account or new account for that matter. No, like I... In my mind, I basically run a checklist. It's like, okay, Yam is here, Draenor is here, Wasabi is here, Yannick is here, Clonecat, Kael, okay. Then some people that I remember from some time ago as well. And everyone is there. So I don't remember who left. Like, as I say, I normally don't mind, or rather I don't care. Like, if someone wants to leave, that's fine. It's just that what bothers me is not remembering who. That's the problem. Like, someone is missing and I can't for the life of me remember. So, I mean, at least you could say that the good thing is that it's no one that is frequent. But it's still weird for me to not well, for me to not remember something is not weird, but I think that all this time I always recognize if someone left who it was, but right now I really don't. Much as I try to like run circles in my head, I cannot figure it out. I cannot. Like, if my life depended on it, I would already be dead. Alright. Honestly, that was very bad at the beginning, but closer to the end, it didn't go that badly. So I'm starting to realize that I'm not having too many full combo candidates left. Which, I mean, aside from going to 6.5 and abuse these maps, but aside from that, I don't really have any candidate on 8 starts, and well, I have songs like this one, but I keep failing them. So, like, I consistently keep. Wait, Adolescence, I should be able to do this. Like, if there's any map, I should be able to full combo this. But it's been so long since I played it. I guess it was one of those maps that I just left there and never really tried in a long time, but yes, it was indeed a full combo candidate by a very long shot, yeah. Yes, they are different charts. In fact, I don't even know if they are in the same difficulty, yeah, no. Yeah, Sendrillon is here, I think 8.5, yeah. So no, they are completely different charts, believe it or not. In fact, well, as you would expect from 8.5 to 8, this one is harder. I remember that one having like some multi-notes at the final chorus that are a little bit hard to get. So yes, they are different charts. The thing that is the same is like the animation. Wait, hold up, let me check something real quick. Alright. Yeah, never mind. I just had to check something. But yeah, the Hibana. But I already played Hibana. So how is it going, Patty? Wait. Doesn't Hibana has like a very similar song? Hold up. Hibana had another song that was very similar, right? Can't remember which one it was. That was also by Deco. Hey, Ghost Rule. Yeah, Ghost Rule. Look, I will play Hibana, but I played it like 20 minutes ago. So if you don't mind, I can play Ghost Rule and fail. I'm just kidding, I'm not gonna fail. Yeah. Because usually I don't like repeating songs that I played on a single stream, but Ghost Rule is the closest to Hibana that is different, so I can play that instead. Oof. Playing this map is always so tiresome, because it's such a hard map to play. But I remember when I first heard Hibana that I thought that like it was the same song but a remix. Can you play boss song? What? What's boss song? I don't think that's in this game. Boss song? I don't think there is a song with that name in this game. I mean, I could see alphabetically, but actually, I don't think you can. Like, hard map? Oh, you mean harder than that? Like a harder map than that one? Well, I could. Like, for example, this one. Yes? Okay. Well, I could play this one, for example. But I feel like, ironically, to me, the song is easier than Ghost Rule, but we will see how it goes. Machine Gun Poem Doll? That's also not a song in this game. I mean, of the highest star songs, what you have is this. And then this. As you can see, there is not such a song in this game. So yeah, I'm afraid I cannot play a song that is not in the game. But yeah, sorry about that. intense voice. Bro, I cannot play this song. Like physically, I cannot play this song. You know? There is a reason why it says 0%. Like, my fingers are not fast enough for that. I mean, it would be nice if I could, but that's as far as my skill goes. That song is very fast. With mods, of course, you can play new songs. Well, yes. If you mod the game, of course, you can play... You can play, you know... like Snoop Dogg feat Ice Cube as well. Go to Church. You know, you can play that song in this game. Yeah, that's quite a song, right? Play Go to Church in Project Diva. What a... I mean, some people do that. Some people mod rap songs into the game. I wouldn't do that, but... No, that's the problem. The disappearance of Hatsune Miku is... Wait, that one is a 9 stars, isn't it? Is it? I don't think I can play this, but... To be fair, it's been a long time since I tried. I don't like this song, that's for sure, but... Maybe it works. I can? I wouldn't be so sure. No, as you can see, I cannot do that fast. That's pretty fast, and I fail on the same place as before as expected. The problem is not that the notes are fast, the problem is that they are multi-notes that are fast. And about the difficulty. A song like this shouldn't be 9 stars. A song like this should be 9.5 or 10. It's not the only example. There are a lot of songs that are way lower rated or way higher rated than they should. For example, this song shouldn't be 10 stars. This should be 9.5 or 9. It's way easier than the rest that are on 10. So you shouldn't pay too much attention to the actual difficulty the game assigns the songs, because a lot of times it's not accurate. There are many examples. Like there is also 8.5 songs that are way easier than you know. Like Piano Girl, for example, is more of an 8-star song. There's like a billion versions of this song in particular. I should found yet another in Sound Voltage. Yeah, Sound Voltage has a lot of songs. From my experience with the easier songs, the ratings are no better. I mean, I will say that ratings are like 85% correct, but the remaining 15, yeah, well, it's subjective, yes. I mean, see, here is the thing. if you are good with stamina, a song like the one that I just failed, you probably wouldn't fail it, because if you have good stamina, spamming is easier. But I don't have good stamina. Like, I cannot spam that fast, unfortunately. So yeah. Like, I mean, that's the reason why I'll show you. This song normally for me is no trouble because it's not a fast song. So you don't need to press the buttons fast. So even if it's 10 stars, I can do it without trouble. I say this and now I fail it, right? That would be funny. Nice. It's pretty fast, yes, but here is the thing. When you play with gamepad, songs like this one that have single notes, like for example having 5 crosses in a row as an example, the way you hit that, well, I don't know if I can... I don't think the camera will pick it up, but... You see, this is a gamepad, right? So what you do is, on those fast notes, you press down and cross. You alternate these two, right? You do cross and down instead of spamming cross like with a single finger. You do cross down, cross, like one with a finger and one with the other finger of your other hand. So that way, it is fast if you did it with a single finger, but with two you separate the rhythm and you don't really need to spam that fast. With the previous song, The Disappearance of Hatsune Miku, they are multi-notes. It is possible to like spam with two hands some of them, but for the most part, multi-notes you can only do it with a single hand. So the speed of that song spamming on a single hand, especially when the two fingers have to press at the exact same time, that's what makes it so hard. Even though you could say that these notes might be faster, but you can alternate fingers, which is something you cannot do with the other song. So that's what makes that so hard and this so easy. Speaking of sound voltage, that game has a difficulty system which tells you the specific reasons why the song is difficult on a hexagon graph. This game could benefit from that? Yeah, for sure. Well, another example is Secret Police. Secret Police is a song that requires a lot of stamina. So if it was for stamina alone, it wouldn't be 9 stars, it would be higher. Though I think that this is one of the songs that is more or less in the right place. It's just that some others that are in 9 stars shouldn't be here. Like this one should not be 9 stars. Like should be lower. The rest are more or less well put in 9 stars. Well, the disappearance in Hatsune Miku is also not, shouldn't be 9 stars, should be like higher. So yeah, there is a mixture of things. Some maps are well placed, some others not so well. But yeah, usually the ones I personally struggle with are the ones that require high stamina. And well, this appearance requires very high stamina that I lack. But yeah, don't worry about it. Maybe one day my stamina will reach that level. Maybe not. But it's fine. We can dream about it. I can dream that I have the stamina to beat that. And this reminds me that at some point I knew how to play Koi Koi, which is what this song is based on. Basically a card game where you use there is a group or a type of cards called Hanafuda, which is basically cards based on flowers and shit. And I used to know how to play that. That's been a very long time ago. But then again, it's one of those games where salt is real. It's kind of like Mahjong. It's easier than Mahjong, but the salt is just as high. I mean, all card games that obviously rely on random shuffling are, you know, gonna be salt. Well, and Mahjong it's even worse, because Mahjong, you have so many combinations, so many things that can go wrong. And you also have more players, because I think that you can play Koi Koi like in a 1v1, but Mahjong is usually played between 4 people, which means that the randomness is even higher. My advice is don't play either if you want to save your sanity. Just don't do that. Save yourself the trouble. I mean, don't play card games in general. I haven't seen anyone that plays card games that isn't trying to kill their opponent after they lose. Mahjong is fun until you try hard. Yeah, but that's inevitable, because it's a competitive game, you know? Competitive games you tend to try hard no matter what. Hey, how is it going, Klonka? We're back at YouTube, can you believe that? It's been like 3 years. No, 2 years. It's if you count the 2 attempts that I had at the multi-stream that went badly. So yeah, technically 2 years with those, but if you count the last stream that I did exclusively on YouTube, it was in the year 2022, like around this time even, like probably in April or something like that. So it depends on which one you count, but yeah, that. YouTube has improved, can say the same about Twitch. Well, Twitch never improves. Twitch, if anything, what they do is get worse with every update they do. But yeah, essentially, as I said on Discord today, I'm gonna be trying some days, like tomorrow I plan on playing like Touhou, and maybe the other day some shoot 'em up, just to test more or less how the connection thing is, because maybe this can work well today, but tomorrow is gonna work badly. So to test that, I want to do like a couple of those streams that are not really a full playthrough, but rather me just trying something, like sometimes, right? Like not something that I will highlight the whole thing, but something that it's just looking for a run, like that sort of stream. And once I make sure that the connection seems to be stable, I want to like actually go into a playthrough. Like my first playthrough, I wanted to be Ridge Racer 6. I've been wanting to play that game for some weeks and I'm very excited. Like that game looks so cool, and apparently like I can emulate it actually very well, so well, with this computer it shouldn't be a problem. It's just that I'm surprised that the Xbox emulator can run it well. The only thing Twitch improves is their profits. No, that's not the case either. If I'm not mistaken, Twitch keeps going downwards when it comes to profits. I mean, not like I have the proof, but I don't think they are winning more money now than they did like 6 years ago, for example. I simply don't think it's the case, especially that now they have more competition with like Chinese or Japanese platforms that back then weren't at the same level, but now are kinda pumping themselves up. So I don't think that the Twitch had that much Chinese customers in the first place. But yeah, I don't think their profits are improving either. We will see how it goes. For now, I don't have any reason to go back to Twitch, but we will see how YouTube works. We will test. But yeah, don't expect me back on Twitch, basically. gonna say? The only problem here is that you cannot use emotes that are not like very generic emotes. I remember that Clone Cat, every time that he says hello like with an emote from either another channel or a global one. But here you don't have that. Or rather, you have that, but I will have to be like a partner or something. And that's not gonna happen, so... yeah. I mean, you do have emotes, well, in fact, I could check. But yeah, they are all pretty, like, generic. I mean, aside from the ones you have normally, the ones that YouTube brings are very ugly. Well, there is one that is a heart that looks cute, at least. And then that one that is biting its nails also looks pretty cool, but... actually, they are not that bad. I mean, some of them are very ugly, yes, but... I can see a lot of them being useful, actually. Like, I'm looking at them on the right side. You know? Seems good enough. Yeah, that one, that's the one I was talking about, like... Says hello while crying, yeah. But yeah, like, the biting nails one, I find that it's pretty funny. Like... That one, I personally like it. But yeah, compared to the absolute library of emotes that is Twitch, that's hard to beat, but it's as I also said on Discord. If the only disadvantage is a slightly worse chat experience, I feel like I take that disadvantage. Like, that's fine by me if everything else is a positive, you know? Oh, also, last time I was out to say one coin clear. I full combo this song, but it doesn't count because it was with mods, so I should do it without one. Yeah, the heart is very cute. The heart is very well done. But yeah, there are some good ones in there. Yeah, one coin clear the whole game. I mean, except for some songs that will be doable. Like, I can probably clear like 230 songs. Problem is the remaining 25. this song is so good. It's actually crazy. Like, as expected, well, what you can consider good or bad is subjective. I feel like songs like this are so above so many other songs in the game. Like, it's actually crazy to me. In fact, I don't even have it as favorite for some reason. There you have it. But like, this song is, to me, it's crazy. Like, it could be from, like, it couldn't even be from the game. Like, you could just have it somewhere else, and it on its own would be insanely good. Also, yes, as Wasabi says, arcade rhythm games, you only play a couple of songs until you are promptly ejected from the machine. Because I mean, otherwise you could hog the machine for like 24 hours. But yeah, you can only, usually it's 3 songs or at most 5. It tends to be 3. I mean, maybe some arcades only allowed to play 1. But yeah, I don't know how Project Diva handle this, but yeah, as you would expect, it's not you play until you fail. It's you play until the machine says you had enough, you know? Which is the reason why having games like this where you can play all the songs as many times as you want and without limitations, and even with a training mode, is so good, you know? Also, there was another song that I full combo on with a mod, and I didn't full combo without the mod. It's 7 stars, I think. Yeah, this one. And ironically, I tried and I failed. Like, I got it with the mod and I failed without the mod. That's pretty nice. How is the phenomenon of being able to beat a map with a mod and not being able to beat it without the mod, how is that called? Damn, it's called being a moron, that's how it's called. Also, yeah, I forgot that in YouTube you can cancel your own messages. Yeah, I saw it though, you said balls. That's very messed up. Think of the kids. But yeah. No, it just says message cancel. Well, Blue will love that functionality, but... yeah, he doesn't tend to come here very often. But if he came here often, he would really like that functionality. Like being able to write a message and immediately delete it. Because yeah, Twitch doesn't allow you to do that. You can only do that being a moderator. And you can only do it with other people's messages, not with your own. So yeah, one of those things that you could say that it's a good chat feature, for sure. Without a doubt. The only thing that I hope that YouTube allows me to do is that once a stream is over, that it will allow me to grab a portion of the stream and upload it as a new video. That's something that I remember you could do, but the thing is that you cannot always do it. Like for example, if I go to past streams on YouTube, of course, that option is not there. But I read that it's supposed to only happen with streams that just like with recent streams. So if that's the case, that's good. But that's the problem. If it's not the case and I want to highlight a specific portion of the stream, I will have to like download the video and edit it myself. And that's a pain in the ass, especially because YouTube doesn't really have an official way of downloading videos. So you can be using an alternative and at some point just stop working, and that will be pretty bad. But yeah, that's the main issue. But maybe it works, and if it works I essentially have zero worries about anything. And that means that unless YouTube does something extraordinary against me, like Twitch will never come back, basically. Never ever. But yeah, that's the thing, you never know what could happen in the future. I mean, you never know, like Argentinian streamers could get banned just because. And if that happens, well, that's a shame. I use an unofficial downloader, I download it to my computer. Yeah, I used to do that too. use an unofficial downloader. I downloaded to my computer. Like as I said, I used one that was called 4K something downloader, but that one kinda stopped working at some point. It's just that since it's been like 3 years since I care about that, I don't really, you know. Yeah, you can post it in the Discord. But I think that for now, I'm relying that right after a stream, it allows me to upload a video as new. I really hope it lets me. I mean, there are Reddit comments that say that that's the case. Problem is that those Reddit comments are from a year ago. And a year ago is not that long considering how long YouTube has been around, obviously, but anything can change in a year, you know? Well, not to mention what Reddit considers a year ago is like a year and a half sometimes, or even close to 2 years, you know? So yeah, we will see. I'll let you know. But yeah, I hope it's still there, that option, because it's extremely useful. Like for example, in a game like this, I just want to highlight a full combo. So to be able to do that is very good. But yeah, it's the kind of thing that I don't know yet. But yeah, the other alternative will be downloading the whole video and doing it myself. Just I would like to avoid doing that. That seems very painful to do. Nice. Glad that at least I can get the silver on this song so relatively consistently. Not a PB, but hey, being able to get above 85% is pretty cool. So, I haven't consulted random in a while. Should I start consulting random? I feel like it's a mistake, but I could. Yeah, why not? Not a bad choice. Having a 95% PV in a song like this, I really had to had no regard for my controller, because like the part where you have to press like multi-notes super fast, that's not very easy to do. But like the PV, I saw it say 95%, so no, we already talked about that song, we're not playing that. I could play this one, for example. Actually, do I have it with all the mods? I have a feeling I do. I do. Maybe I could play the extra extreme version that is, I think, slightly harder. Or is it? Wait, it's still 8 stars? Am I a moron? Okay, it's 9 stars. So the answer to that question is yes, I am. Don't worry. I didn't remember that this map was so well made. Like, as how the patterns are constituted, it's a very well made map. Like, especially that part where you have to do sliders with a note in the middle. Like, it's not only a well made pattern, but it's also well synced to the song as well. Like, that one is very good. Also, I'm noticing that, I don't know if it's just today or it's been like this for a while, but I'm noticing that I'm saying like a lot. Like the word like as a filler. That's not a good thing. It's just happening. I can't do much to avoid it. Yeah, that's a problem. I have to work on that. I mean, I don't want to sound like a moron, more than usual, you know? We gotta reduce the level of moronery. I don't think that's a word. Well, it is now. Valley Girl verbal tick. Yeah, I mean... Well, I mean is also another one. Another filler. But when you are an ESL, and it's hard to have your thoughts come out immediately through your mouth, you have to use fillers like that to serve as a delay between you thinking about what to say and what you are actually allowed to say. It's hard to do, you know? Being an ESL is not very easy. But yeah. Who made this song? I don't remember. Was this another... Oh, okay. Someone called Nanashi, apparently. Something Nanashi. I cannot read the kanji, but yeah. A good one, Nanashi. Okay. It's a problem when... See, for example, this one... Well, actually, music and lyrics, it says Buriru. I don't know the other. Well, the illustration is in kanji and the name of the song too. You have the option to put a stream description. Do you want to do that next time? I don't know what I will do for stream description, you know. I think that I didn't use that functionality back when I stream on YouTube, because I think that the title should be enough to say what I'm gonna do. I feel that if the title cannot say what the stream is gonna be about, then it's not a good title. I could use the description, but I feel like having to think about it. Well, I guess I could say the same thing that I say on Discord. It's just that on Discord I tend to use a stronger language that I wouldn't use on YouTube. But you could put what you have on Twitch. Oh, that's what you mean. I could look into it. You could just copy paste what you had in the about me. I do have an about me here. I should say that, you know, I like playing video games and that my favorite genres are platforming, danmaku, racing and fighting. But I could probably make a better one. I will have to look into it. What is this song? Oedo Julia Night. What's wrong with this song? It's a pretty good song. It's what will happen if like a couple of like, you know, party grown guys went to, you know, to old Japan and they started to do that. But in fact, one one of the parts of the songs, Miku says, "Hey, can you, like he tells to the security officials, like, can you please ignore us, because they are, you know, doing a lot of noise and a lot of degenerate shit for the time, and they just chase them away," which is pretty funny. It's a cool song. I mean, it's by Michi-M. Michi-M is very good. Well, Michi-M does songs like this one, for example. In fact, there are so many good Michi-M songs that are not in this game. It's almost a crime, the amount of Michi-M songs that should be in this game and are not. But hey, it's nice that they put that one. It's a good one. And then just Kaito in the very middle of the song, like randomly reciting a haiku. And the haiku being mapped as well. It's pretty funny. It's a funny song. Definitely one of my favorites. Let's see. Which one could I go for? I could do Shugemo Sequencer. Why not? I kinda forget how hard this map is. The PV is kind of misleading. That 86 makes me think, especially being 8.5 star, it's like, oh, this is gonna be fun. No, it won't. It won't. It's a hard map. Obviously, it's a skill issue, as you would expect. Just good old skill issue. I feel like if you put a statistic of what's the difficulty that I have scrolled for the longest time every time I stream this game, it will be 8.5. It really is the one that I scroll the most. She's pretty interesting. But yeah, it's pretty much what around the level that I'm relatively comfortable with usually. I could play this song. I just don't like destroying my controller. Nice run. So this one, I feel like the PB I have was very close to a full combo. But it's not a song that is easy to full combo at all. Well, not in Extra Extreme. It is on Extreme that is a 7.5 song. In fact, I think I full combo it. Correct. Actually correct. But it is to be expected. I could try this one in Sudden. Speaking of 7.5. Oof. Damn, this song in Sudden is very sudden. Actually hard. I mean, getting a bronze on a 7.5 song is already bad enough. But yeah, that's the result of playing Sudden. It just happens. Well, I could close it out. Speaking of Sudden and 7.5, I could do it with Wolf Girl. Just close it out with that. Nice. Well, got another Sudden to the collection. Really, there is a surprising amount of 7.5 songs that I don't have with Sudden. I mean, I don't like Sudden as a mod, but it's not like it will be hard to do it. You have a lot of them, in fact. I mean, most of them. So I guess next time that I stream this game, that's something I could do. Just do all of the... Wait, hold up. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, more than half for sure of the 7.5. So that could be an objective for the next stream. Well, the next stream that I stream this, I mean, because tomorrow my idea is playing most likely Toho, I think. Because I want to keep testing the connection and make sure that that it works well before committing to an actual full playthrough, you know? So yeah, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and thanks everyone for helping me test, if the stream works well, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream. So have a good one everyone, and take care.